Once again, this is The Real Discussion with Rock Logic, Gary Fax, Rocky D, Robin, and we in the house right now. We got a special guest host in the house, my man Shelton Rock. We go way back. We do it like that. That's how it's going down. Right now in New York City, it doesn't matter. It's all kind of happening. The weather's been all kind of wacky, so who cares? You know what I'm saying? I'm glad y'all tuned in. You know what I'm saying? And you stuck with The Real Discussion all this time. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all in the chat room. Make sure you make comments to the video and all that. And bang. Boom. Word up. So once again, this is A Real Discussion with Rock Logic, Gary Fax, my man Rocky D, Robin in the house. We all here, you know what I'm saying? And we doing what we do every Friday night for sure. You know what I'm saying? And big shout out to all our day ones.
Absolutely.
I know you guys all been, y'all been looking for the live show. And I just feel like we get more bang for our buck if we don't do the show live. But you can absolutely please, when you see the show, comment on the YouTube video, like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, comment on the show. Because when you're commenting on the show, when it goes live on Friday, we're still watching we're actually watching the show with you.
Yes.
So we will be commenting.
We'll be interacting with you.
Right, during that 8 to 10 hour that we're doing the show. You know what I'm saying? This week was a big week. It was the first week that we did Al's show last Sunday, The Conversation. And this is the first week where we continuously engage the audience by just putting up like little snips and stuff. And then I realized it's better engagement. So we're going to maintain that format for a while, see how things go. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I've been in the schools as usual. You know, it's a long work week. Big shout out to Vista Academy. We're redoing the room at Farrell's Academy, right? We're redoing Farrell's Academy right now, reimagining the room.
So we'll talk about what you do for these schools.
Yeah. All right. So in the schools, along with Talos Media and Lazy Lays and Dennis McKeezy, we build studios and podcasts and stuff in schools, literally, like real podcasts. Yeah, this station, like what you see here, is in about 5 schools.
And one of them is the Dame Dash
Studios.
Right.
Which is in Farrell's Academy. So that's the studio that we're reimagining, right? We're just reimagining it, reshaping it, doing something new, changing it around a little bit, and and then we're going to reconvene that. Matter of fact, Dame Dash is going to be there next Wednesday, to actually go do a podcast. You know what I'm saying? So that's like his 3rd or 4th time there. You know what I'm saying? He was there for the inauguration with the room. Lays was there. Dennis was there. Everybody was there. My man Travis Brown was there. And we did that. So that's what I've been doing. So I'm at Vista Academy teaching podcasting, and I'm at Farrell's Academy teaching podcasting. And I do it all week, 5 days a week. I'm just in different schools, Thursday and Friday, Vista, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at Farrell's. And then I'm up at Bronxwood Prep. Big shout out to Felicia, the principal at Bronxwood Prep. Felicia Bray. I teach the CPR class and the medical program for them up there at Bronxwood Prep. So, I'm in the schools, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make a difference. This is the time we can shape them.
That's right.
So I'm trying to fix the shit that we didn't do for the generation just under us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm trying to I'm trying to be on some real, like, let me try to shape these young kids so they don't end up, what we're looking at right behind us, or even the next generation behind us. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to one of the kids today, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's my dad's birthday is coming up, and he was like, and I said, "How old's your dad?" So his dad is like 45. You know what I'm saying? Like his grandfather's like 60. You know what I'm saying? Like it was, and I was like, "Well, I'm 56." He's like, "Really?" Like, you don't look it. So, we're doing all that. So
Black
that's what we're doing.
Crack.
Yeah, exactly. So today we got a lot of topics that we want to talk about. Gary, what's going on? I know you got some new stuff happening with Baba T.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about that real quick before we get into the show.
Well, first, he's doing a festival of the Black City Festival in Melbourne, Australia. He's actually on stage now.
Wow.
So that's a big move. We have his new single coming out March 24th. It's called Wish List. I sent Rocket.
Yeah, I heard
it. So it's one of those singles or songs that you would hear at Rolling Loud, right? So that's
a good song.
Yeah. So and that's from his forthcoming EP coming up.
Nice.
He has two magazine covers coming.
Okay.
And he'll be here for the summer.
Oh, great.
He'll be here for the summer. So
For the whole summer or just?
for like between 4 to 6 weeks. His
That's
mom
basically the whole
yeah,
summer.
Yeah. So his
It'll be
mom
good
is
to see him.
Yeah. So he'll be here, participating in a lot of the 50th anniversary stuff. We're gonna look to do some stuff at the Universal Hip Hop Museum.
So you better get him in now.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Yeah, so things are going good with him. Things are going good at him.
Good.
And the previous single that he did with Rock is getting a lot of play over in Australia.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm getting that
Yeah.
Australian love.
And we're going to be making a trip over there soon.
Yes.
Wow, that's what
I
I'm
have
talking
plenty
about.
of friends over there,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, we definitely need to be making a trip because we're going to have to perform that song.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm going to have to learn the words.
fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with a woman that was from Australia, and she named her first daughter after me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow, crazy.
Yeah. So I'm always welcome in Australia. So
Oh, also, we're doing another billboard in Times Square.
when?
All right.
So last year, obviously, you see, it was up for 4 weeks. So we're looking to do
Very nice.
another one in August when he's here.
Okay. Yeah, we took pictures in front of that shit and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, that's
So-
true.
It was
We're
a
not
proud.
playing,
It was
yeah.
a proud Boardwalk Global Media
Oh my
moment.
God.
Exactly. See, so
You
we,
know what I'm saying? Like,
Awesome.
we had the billboard in Times Square for like a month.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's true. That is
Exactly.
I was feeling like a proud papa. Like we made it, Mom. You know what I'm saying? So that was absolutely positively dope. So I know we got some topics with Robin. How was your week?
It was good, actually. I was off. We had a little conference last week, and I had them pay for my hotel. And then I took 2 days off after that. So I had a good rest. But I had like 200 emails by the time I got back. So my whole week was spent like responding to emails.
Right.
However, today they were like, "What are you doing? What are you doing this weekend?" And my boss, the director of my department, he knows that my shit's popping, right? So he goes, "We know Robin shit's popping this weekend. Robin, you first." And I'm like, "No, I'm not doing shit." I'm like, "You know what? But I would like to go to the movies."
Right.
My wish list is Creed 3
Creed 3, I know that was going
and Cocaine Bear. They were like, "What the hell?"
Hey, man.
Yeah, I want to see Cocaine Bear. I'm
Well,
just saying.
A lot of
no,
people wanna see
I
that.
work for New York State. So, when I'm like cocaine, I want to see Cocaine Bear. They're like, "God
that's right.
damn, what kind of time you on?" I'm like,
Hey,
listen,
listen, I ain't make the movie. I just want to see
I
it.
just heard it was great. I want to see a bear eat cocaine and
and kill people.
Wild out.
apparently that's what everybody else loves.
Right.
Yeah.
And
We
I love
the Cocaine
bears.
Bear.
And I got to tell you a fun fact about bears. And I love bears. I love bears and I love lions because they are the king of their environment.
Yeah.
And I got to ask you a question. And Rock, don't say a word.
I don't see it.
Do you know what the number one killer is beside human beings for bears?
What?
For bears,
Heart disease.
you said heart disease, but he gets
They
scared.
die of heart attack.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, they go into cardiac arrest.
They eat the leftover food from human beings.
I was going to say stress, but that.
No,
that-
they ain't
that-
stressed. Why would bears be stressed?
These niggas eat everybody.
No, you get slapped by a bear, you gonna get chewed on.
they
So
stressed
no,
out,
it
though.
ain't no work
That's
for
why they
them. That's
hopping
light work. You know what I'm saying? And catching salmon at the end of their run. Like,
Right.
but other than that, it is heart disease.
Heart disease.
Yeah,
Word.
they die from heart attacks. So I want to see Cocaine Bear eat some cocaine, and fuck niggas up.
Word.
That's what I want. It's the Revenge of the Bear.
That's what
Revenge
we
of
do.
the Bear.
Revenge of the
Revenge of the
Bear.
Nerds. Revenge of the Bear.
So, yeah, go ahead.
No, when I told my coworkers that, they just was like, "What is Cocaine Bear?"
Yeah, I know that. When I first saw that, I'm like, what the? Yo.
Yeah, I saw it on the highway. I was like,
Cocaine
cocaine.
Bear.
No, but it's supposed to be based on a true story.
Yeah.
No, that's the real funny part about it.
I think
Right.
it's exaggerated though.
It's like
No, I know
shark.
it is,
It's
yeah.
what
It's
shark.
based on a true story, but
no,
not
wait,
a true
what's
story.
that? What was that shark? Movie?
Sharknado.
Yeah, Sharknado.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like Sharknado for bears.
Right.
On cocaine.
I'm loving that. I want to see that.
I want to see it too.
Shell, let the people know who you are, man, so you know who the co-host is for the day.
Co-host Shelp LaRock started rapping in 1975 with the Soundmasters. Like I said last week, we were the first one to bridge the gap between the East Coast and the West Coast when DJ D went out there in 1977. And then Coolio and Tone Loc, they was called the Soundmasters of the West. And my man Scotty D. Spencer and Juan Nueves, they was the Soundmasters of the West Coast.
Right.
And we was from the East Coast and everything. From there, I went to the Mark V. Like I said, we played in all the parks and everything.
The Mark V.
100 Park. I was still Shelp LaRock. And then when I was making records from 86 to 91, I was Shazam.
Okay.
So on the record going way back with Just Ice and KRS One,
Sure,
he said
yes,
my name on
yeah,
there. You heard that, right?
yes.
Nice.
He said my name on there. Soundmaster is Shelp LaRock, because I was Shelp LaRock then. And he was with the Soundmaster, Just
Right.
Ice.
Dope.
We love that.
And I see you're wearing your Zulu beads.
Talk
Yeah,
about
we
that.
call
Let's
Zulu
talk
beats.
about that.
Like I
Let's
said,
talk about that.
Well, like I was saying last week about Mario, DJ Mario.
Right.
Like I said, when DJ Mario came out, they had the Black Spades. They was really the B-boys, the Bronxville boys.
Right.
DJ what?
DJ Mario.
Let's go King Mario.
in the Chuck City crew. A lot of people
Nice.
forget about them in history. So after Charlie Rock was a Black Spade member, they had the Baby Spades and all that. And then from the Baby Spades and the Black Spades, they was more wilder. Then the Zulu Nation came out. And that
Right.
dealt with Shaka Zulu. That was more consciousness, dealing with more knowledge. So that's how that all started with that. So I was with the Zulus, like Trey D, because there's only several people from Castro that became Zulus.
Got you.
I got a funny story.
We I just want to say the early Zulu Nation, fuck that. We were still ignorant.
Yeah, yo, for real.
We were
That's
trying to
right.
learn,
That's
but we
right.
were still ignorant.
Still
as fuck.
ignorant at that
Yeah,
time.
it was- yeah, it
That's
was-
why for this day and time, it's the awakening period actually right now.
Right.
Now
right.
was the awakening period. Back then, even when they had rap out, they had most rappers that came out was either following Farrakhan,
Right.
Zulu Nation,
Right.
Malachi York. You know what I mean?
That's
most
right.
Of them,
Yeah,
most of
Dr.
them like
York.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and only 7 of them was following Malachi York because he was too deep for people back then.
Yeah, he was
so
heavy.
yeah, De La Soul, De La Soul, Stetson. I know De La Soul was. Certain Wu-Tang members studied Dr. York books and all that
Yep,
stuff.
Right.
that's right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's my whole background. Then EPMD, like I said, when I got blackballed by
Right.
Russell with them, they used EPMD to come out
Wait,
with
I
the
thought it was
same
Run
record.
DMC.
No, not Run DMC. They were just rappers. It
That was the other
Russell.
one. It was-
Oh, this is
Russell
different.
and Rick Rubin
Russell
and Leo
and
No,
Cohen.
I'm thinking EPMD.
No,
Nah,
because
he
that's
got
part of
something
it.
else.
That's part of
Oh,
it.
right, okay.
Because remember I told you the name of our group was Strictly Business. If you look
Right,
at
that's
on
right.
YouTube.
Oh.
But I was spelled with a BIZNESS.
Got
So
it.
Russell had them come out with Strictly Business
Oh,
as
he
their
really
record.
didn't like you.
No,
He
well,
like
really
you
was,
at all.
it was me and my rap partner because Mark lived in Queens. I was from the
Right.
Bronx,
Right.
Cashville.
Right.
And then when I moved to Queens, I bought the Bronx style there because hip hop started in the Bronx.
Right.
I was a threat out there.
Yeah,
you
of
know what
course.
I'm
They were
saying?
hating.
Yeah,
They
was
were hating.
No, that's so. So they wanted
Bro.
to buy a lot of our music.
So I got a funny story.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know that New Jack City line where the girl was with Pookie?
Yeah.
She was like, I was prom queen of King High School. Right? So, when I went to King, before I went to King, when I lived in Harlem, they had a local Zulu Nation set in my area. And I dated this boy, and he was part of that Zulu set.
That chapter, yeah.
And I will never forget it because I forgot Brandeis used to be across the street from our school, which is now FIT. And I remember they used to egg all the children that were freshmen going into, that was a ritual.
Right.
And then one day I came in, first day, I didn't know, I have my backpack on. And they were throwing eggs, and someone said, "Not her,
Right.
not her. She's Zulu Queen." I'm like, I'm not Zulu
I'm not no
Queen.
Zulu Queen.
Like,
You're like, I am.
no, wait. I said yes today.
Today
yes
I
today,
am. Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
Like you're not
That
getting
can
me.
save you.
They're They're like, she's Zulu Queen. I'm like, what the hell? I said, okay, I'll take it. But yeah, it was kind of
Yeah,
funny.
if you
That was
Zulu
my
back then.
association with Zulu.
Nah,
it was
when-
adjacent.
If you was in
I
the
was
Zulu
Zulu
Nation,
adjacent.
Zulu adjacent. If you was in Zulu, you was down. Like it was like people just did not fuck with you.
Yeah, they were
You
like,
know,
not her. I'm
Yeah, 'cause
like,
that's what
okay.
I said. For the
That
blacks
was
made
it.
first,
Yeah.
and then it was the Zulu, which is they was all the same actually. You know what I
right.
mean? All blacks. That's why I said today, like when they have different sets, whether it's the Bloods or whatever sets. Like me and my nephew, Zoom Lin say, I roll with ET set.
Got it.
And I tell them ET don't stand for extraterrestrial, it stand for Elohim team.
Okay.
Ah.
Because I can tell people there's no such word as God in Hebrew. It's Elohim, which is plural, which means a group of beings. So our whole mission is to look for a group of beings that help put this world back in its proper order.
Nice.
And that's the set we rep, which is the 70s slogan, like I said last week. When I was growing up in the 70s, 79 to be specific, they had a slogan called Save the Children. And that's the slogan we bring
That's
back,
right.
Save the Children.
Right.
We got to save the children instead of killing the children. Because we ain't killing the children, then it's the children killing the children.
True.
Right, that's right. Or the police killing the
So
children.
the police killing
That's
the children.
true. That is true.
You're telling the truth.
Yeah.
So, Robbie, what I want to do is early in the show, I want to do the the relationship shit.
Well, first of all,
Yeah.
before we get into relationships, I'd like to talk about what albums came out in 1993. What were the top albums? Because I have them here.
All right. So let's see. I'm gonna go with
Wu-Tang,
first. I'm gonna go with
Tupac,
Wu
Nas.
Tang.
Into the Wu-Tang.
That's right, Wu-Tang.
Right, which is that I got
Biggie.
I got the Method Man mix.
We're
on
talking
that.
about the 50-year hip-hop right
Yeah,
now.
I got the Method
Yeah.
Man mix on that record.
I think
for Wu Tang, I
Pac-
mixed that.
Pac
Yeah.
with Machiavelli.
Okay.
That's right.
So I'm going to give you the list.
Okay.
Go ahead, go.
Into the Wu-Tang.
Yep.
A Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauder.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
That's the one that
Snoop
had.
Dogg,
Hold on,
Doggy
Hold on for
Style.
a second. That's the one that's got. We're on a world tour with Muhammad, my man.
yes,
That's
that was a
93.
great
That's right.
album.
Oh, yes, it was.
Yeah.
Doggy Style, Snoop Dogg.
Dog.
His first album.
There was another De La Soul album, but I don't know the name of the album. Black Moon, Into the Stage.
Stage.
That was good, too.
Nervous. Yeah.
Okay, what is this? Souls of Mischief.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to love them.
93 till
To
Infinity.
Infinity. Yeah, that was my shit.
One of them just
She
died.
got the
Oh,
list.
word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, RP.
Yeah.
Diggable Planets.
Absolutely. Right. I'm cool like that.
Right.
Cool like that?
Cypress Hill.
Yeah.
Their first album?
Yes,
Hot and cold killer
1993.
No, wait, go back. Let me see that cover. Nah, that's the second album.
All right, fine.
That album is the one that had
Well, they were out in 93 with that
oh, wait,
album.
I want to say the song. The song was
Hand on the pump.
no, Jump Around.
No, that's it was
That's House Party.
dum, 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 dum. Oh my God, we ain't going out like that.
We ain't going out like that.
We ain't going out. That's that album.
Okay.
That's that album.
Okay,
got it,
and
you
then
got
I
it.
have Tupac, Strictly for My Niggas.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right.
And then I have Lords of the Underground.
Oh, word. 93.
Here come the Lords.
Yeah.
That's effect should be there, too, in that case.
Yes.
Right.
Queen Latifah, Black Rain.
Oh, that's what
Black
she got.
Man.
You went in TY.
Yes.
That's that
That
album.
was on Motown.
Yo, Lethal
Fat
Sequel was it.
Joe, the Gangster. Represent.
Now, that's not FloJo, is it?
Maybe.
That
you
might
gotta
be
flow,
Flo,
Joe.
Joe. Yeah,
you
that might
gotta
be
flow,
Flo,
Joe. You gotta
that
let
might
him
be
know,
FloJo.
Joe.
Yeah.
And Del the Funky Homo
Safety.
Remember him? Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
Ice Cube, Legal Injection.
Oh, yeah, that's when he talked all that shit about NWA.
You love that.
Yeah.
Ice
Yeah,
Cube
you
was the
did love
truth.
that.
You kidding?
Isn't that the one where he came to New York?
Nah. It was.
He came to New York for America's Most Wanted.
That's right.
Yeah, that was the.
That's the one that
yeah.
he did with Hank Shockley.
Yeah. The bomb
And that's when
squad.
they destroyed what was it? They had the concert they used to have like Jack the Rapper.
Right.
And
you
then New
talking
York
about,
had what was
the
the
new
New York
music
called again?
seminar. The new music
In
seminar.
messed up
the
the New York
Marriott
Music Hall. I
Hotel.
remember that, 'cause we
I
was
used
there.
to
I
go to
remember
that.
that.
Yes,
I was
yes,
there before
yes,
you
I
remember
was
your
there.
whole
I was
dude.
there.
I was next. I was the guy that ran down with Ice-T.
Talking to the mic, nigga. Talking to the mic.
Move the mic
Yeah, I was
closer to you,
there.
Barry.
Or turn it towards him or something, nigga.
I was
was
standing.
there, yeah.
I was standing next to Ice-T, and all of a sudden, we looked over the balcony. Somebody got slammed.
Yes.
Ice ran down. I ran down right behind him. As soon as we got to the bottom, everybody split.
Yeah, I was there with Dress from Black Sheep.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
wow.
And Gloria, not Gloria again. What's her name again? That made is Raining Men? No, that's Raining.
It's raining men.
No, what's that lady's name?
Hallelujah.
Martha
It's
Wash.
raining men.
Martha
Martha
Wash.
Wash. That's her
Martha Wash.
name.
No, that's not the record. I'm talking about.
But she sang on a lot of records.
Yeah, but it wasn't that record.
Don't
I
change
think
your
it was
story
Bills.
now.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think of the record. Bill, some of that related.
Bill.
Oh, talking about Gwen Guthrie.
Gwen
Gwen Guthrie.
Guthrie.
That's what. That's
Yeah,
what.
Gwen Guthrie.
That's
Yeah, I got
what.
you. I got you.
Oh, that's
Gwen
a
Guthrie,
prostitute
yeah.
song. Yeah, I know that song.
Gwen Guthrie.
Gwen Guthrie,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
right.
it. What was that song called?
What?
What was that song?
What? Ain't nothing going on but the rent. You
Ain't
gotta have a
nothing
J.O.
going
Yeah,
Bill.
Bill, I know some of the Bills. Yeah,
Rent.
Rent, that's
Okay,
right.
next.
She was hot then, though.
Master Ace, Slaughterhouse.
Okay.
Okay. Then we have, it's a black album. The Roots.
Oh wow. Okay.
Organics.
Okay.
Too Short. Get in where you fit in.
Word.
Scarface.
Okay. Yeah.
The World Is Yours. The Alcoholics.
Yes, it was.
Oh yeah.
21 and over. The Alcoholics.
Okay.
Naughty by Nature.
Okay, I remember them.
1993.
Yeah, I
Well,
remember
that's
came
their
out.
first album.
Yep.
Remember they first came out in Marcus Garvey Park. Me and Ron was sitting in the park. getting
Onyx.
zapped. They came there
Onyx.
performed.
Onyx is 93.
Back the fuck up. KRS One. Return of the Boom Bap.
Oh, that's the one that's got,
93. Step into
The Blondie, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And he used Tramp.
Yeah. 8 Ball and MG coming
Yeah.
out hard.
Yeah, you got a
Okay.
whole list.
Freestyle Fellowship. I don't know who they
Yeah,
are.
first off, yeah.
Oh wait, I thought Freestyle Fellowship was Naughty by Nature.
I don't know, but
Nah, they were Freestyle Fellowship before they were Naughty.
Oh, that was before they got signed to Tommy Boy.
Yes,
That
yes,
was that
before.
label.
so
out
it
of
was the
Jersey.
same
Yeah,
year.
Yeah.
And MC Light.
Okay.
No other something. I don't know. But I can do this all day because I
I
have
see it's a
1993. I have 2003.
All right.
I have 2013.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What made you start with 1993?
Well, this is where it started. On it. Well, I mean, I got 1992 too.
All right. Well, what made you start with 93?
Yeah,
Was it-
Well,
was it-
because 93 was a lot of dope albums came out in that
93.
year. I mean, we talking about Wu-Tang.
Nah, a lot of careers started in 93.
Yeah. No, that's what I was
talking
mentioning. Big
about
enough. That's
a
right.
whole
Yeah.
lot of really good artists that came out that year. We talking about 90s hip hop, Mobb Deep,
Yeah.
Raekwon,
Yeah.
See, I said that 'cause that's when the
Biz,
Vortex opened in 93. That's why I asked you that.
I mean, I came out in 93.
Mary
so,
J. Blige was in the
Okay.
90s. Come on, man.
So,
1991, we got a whole bunch of artists for 91 too. I don't know if you want to hear that.
nah, I don't want to go through it.
All right, so let's do it. We want to go into relationships first?
Yeah, we definitely want to go into
Okay, let's
relationships.
do that then.
We'll do relationships. Big shout out to everybody. We going relationship style.
Well, I love the way the flow is going. So
It's a dope flow.
it's a really dope flow. So first of all, let me shout out. It's Women's International History
Yeah, I was
Month.
gonna say that too. That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And praise God, due to Allah, that it's Women's History Month. But let's just go with the relationship advice, shall we?
Wait, can I just say something?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
Drop it.
For Women's History Month, I got to give a big shout out to Sylvia Rohn.
Yes,
She is the CEO, chairman of Epic Records.
that's correct.
But I've known Sylvia for many years, and she just got an award for Woman of the Year with Billboard magazine.
Oh, excellent. Give us a clap, Spit. There you go. We love that. We love that. And congratulations to Sylvia Rohn. So I'm going to start with the relationship advice.
All right, let's go.
And the way it works is we're going to do a round table where I give the questions, we're going to do the answers, and then we're going to get Rock's response last. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So first it's
I'm
going
going
to
to
be
try to hold
Gary,
back. Sometimes I can't hold
then
back.
it's going to be you, and it's going to be Rock.
Okay.
Okay?
What about you? You're first.
No, I'm third, and then you're last.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm ready now.
Here we go.
Drop it.
I listen to my wife's calls because she lies. I overheard her planning an orgy, so I crashed her event. She accused me of being abusive and controlling. I was beaten and sexually spanked by 2 naked men. I hate my wife, but I don't want our marriage to fail. What is the advice for me? Gary.
So just for clarity, I'm just saying.
No.
All right, see, this should be fucking me up.
You
Go ahead.
look, this is a whole dominatrix experience for you.
Go ahead. I'm chilling.
He got problems. I don't even know where to start with that.
Well, let's start with the beginning. He listens to his wife's phone calls because he knows she lies. Right? We don't know what she's lying about. But apparently, in this particular case, he overheard her planning an orgy. So let's go with that.
I mean, he got some problems. I mean, if he's, well, I should say there's some problems in the relationship there, because if he's spying on her calls or listening in,
He already knows she's lying.
So that's-
He can't trust her anyway.
like,
Talking to the mic, Gary.
why deal with someone you can't trust? Clearly, him spying on her, he's finding out shit that he clearly didn't want to hear, and I guess when he went to the orgy, he got beat by 2 men.
Naked men.
2 naked men. Like, what kind of shit is that?
Right.
Kama Sutra.
Right. This dude got issues.
Okay. All right, fine.
But he doesn't want to leave his wife.
He hates, okay, so he says, I hate my wife, but I don't want to fail at marriage.
Like, fuck that. Fuck that. Like, what's, all right. Go ahead, bro.
Yo.
Come on.
Okay, first, he's insecure because it's like the pot calling the kettle black. If he's spying on her phone, doing this and that, trying to check her, that means he's doing it too.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, just like I say, relationship, the key word is relate.
Right.
Once you could really relate to your mate and everything, you wouldn't have to spy on them, because like it says in the book of Solomon, chapter 30, that you got to be a virtuous woman. The virtuous woman knows and keeps her proper place. And just like a crown to her husband.
That's
but a
correct.
selfish woman will lead you down the path to self-destruction and degradation.
That's correct.
So both of them is insecure.
Talk that sass, nigga. Talk that sass.
Yo.
Talk that sass, nigga. Talk that sass. Okay, keep going.
So both of them is like insecure. So that's why he's doing that. So when he say he hate his wife, he basically saying he hate himself also.
Okay, because he's supposed to be the head
Yeah.
of the household.
Head of the household. That's right. And
That's right.
The sun shines the light, and the woman supposed to reflect the light.
All right, so hold on. Let me ask a question. Why would he need to crash the event?
Insecurity. That's right.
No, but and 2, why would he stay long enough to be spanked by 2 naked men?
Because that's what I said. When the pot calling the kettle black. If he's spying on her, that means he was curious because he was doing that. So
He
now wanna-
was being spanked by people before she.
Yes, that's what I mentioned about the Kama Sutra, the sex orgies.
Okay.
They do that every year in the Bohemian Grove. You know what I mean?
Okay,
But if
well,
it-
okay, we'll talk about
Yeah,
that
we'll
later.
talk about that later.
We'll
People
talk-
don't even know
No,
how
we'll talk
That's
about
right.
that later.
But that's
Okay.
why it's insecurities is the key.
So he says he hates his wife, but he doesn't want to fail at marriage.
Because like they say, to death do you part. So a lot of people stay in a marriage is like a business. It's not even a marriage. First of all, when it says but no one can put us under but God. So you got the minister marrying
Yeah,
you.
let
paying
no
that.
man
That's
put us
fake.
under.
Yeah, that's fake right there. So it's
Okay.
not really real. The real relationship is dealing with the soul. That's why Genesis 2 verse 24 says, and that's one of my rhymes too. When I said control your anger and let's relate better to our Blake.
Right.
Our black mate. The black mate is the goddess of the universe.
Right.
Genesis chapter 2 verse 24, leave your mother and father and cling to your wife and y'all become as one.
Right.
Our black family structure is broken down, but it's not done.
True.
So that's why I said we got to
Nigga,
build that
what
back
the
up.
sass is going on? All right, so hold on. So what is your advice to this man?
To master himself so he can shine that light on her and you won't have to spy on her
Well,
because
what
she'll
if
be
it's
doing right.
too late and she's already
Then, like he said, then you got to just break out. I mean,
Okay.
you can't go by pride. If it's failing, it's failing. That's why you got the divorce rate is so high, just like the marriage rate.
Okay.
Some things just don't mix. You know, just like you can't put a square peg into a round hole. Some
Right.
things don't fit.
True. I love that answer.
Yeah.
Because you talking that sass, nigga.
Yeah.
But here's where I'm at with this. He listens to his wife's calls because he's insecure. I agree with you. It's kind of the way you're with a mate that turns their back on you while they're checking their messages.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they can't do it in front of your face, then they're not trustworthy.
That's right.
Right? If they're not trustworthy, trust.
You wasting my energy. Yeah.
Right. If you're not trustworthy, then what are you doing with the person?
Exactly.
You might as well live your full life, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he overheard her planning an orgy event. Clearly, she did not care if he heard it or not.
Exactly.
That's right. Because
So
she know
she-
he was doing it.
Right. So she was she was in the streets. She was all about the streets, and she didn't care whether he pleasured her or not. She wanted to be in this orgy. When he approached her about it, she accused him of being controlling and abusive and controlling, which meant that she meant her business is hers. She's for the streets and don't get involved, right? He decided, nah, you my wife, whatever you doing, I'm coming to see what the hell you doing. But when he got there and he saw what was going on, he did not grab his wife and lead her out, which means he was not the head of his household. Instead, he contributed to himself getting spanked by two naked men. How do you hate your wife when you allowed yourself freely to get spanked by two naked men, even though you knew your wife was already stepping out on you? Not with just one man. She was having orgies.
Yeah, orgies.
Right? She and the issue is he doesn't want to fail at marriage, which means that it's not that he's with upholding his covenant to marriage. He doesn't want anybody else to see, like Will Smith. He's a Will Smith. He doesn't want to see what's going on in the light of his marriage. He wants to use his marriage as face.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's that pride in the way. And that's fake because Will Smith, well, they part of the whole big thing.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But if he says I don't want to fail at marriage, what he means is I don't want everybody else to see my beta male status, right?
Yeah.
So he'd rather just stay with a woman he hates, but for him to look good for others on face value, he'd rather stay. Rock, give me your opinion.
First of all, he's an asshole. Let's start with that. Number two, I think we're using the term wife very loosely in this situation. That's not his wife.
She's for the streets.
That's not his wife. She was never his wife. That's
Never.
number one. Number two, you've participated in the orgies before. Because there's no way in hell that you can get this phone call, he'll make this phone call, go to the shit, and then participate.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? What the fuck we talking about?
That's facts.
You understand what I'm saying? If I'm crashing the orgy, I'm like, listen, we getting the fuck out of here. Fuck all this shit. Fuck all you niggas, and I'm bugging.
I'm out.
Right?
Yeah.
If I even show up at all, let's just start with that shit.
Right.
Right? Like, oh, you gonna do an orgy? Yeah. All right. When you do that,
I'm
just-
locking you out.
Right. I'm doing the Tiger Woods shit.
Right.
And
Oh,
I'm
we'll
going
get
on
to that
vacation.
later.
Right. But so she doesn't value the sanctity of marriage. Right.
But he's the head of the household.
Yeah, but doesn't matter. She doesn't value it. But the problem is that they both participated in this activity.
At the end of the day, yes.
Right?
At the end of the day,
and
yes.
they did that before that nigga ever sent that shit. Because you was too comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying?
Two guys?
That's what I'm about to say.
The first guy would have been enough for me.
Let's think about it. Let's think about it. No one forced you
Exactly.
to bend over.
They didn't put a gun to
and
him.
get beat up.
Are you the one doing the bending?
Are you the one doing the bending?
Yeah.
Right. No one forced you to do that. You obviously participated in that
Used to
actively.
that. Yeah, he was used to that.
Eat that, and that's what you've been doing. So stop your whining, nigga.
Not one, but two.
Right, but two.
Yeah.
Right, listen. Half of one isn't fucking enough. All right, listen. And then at what point did you pull on your pants to allow this to happen?
Yes.
Like I'm weak. There's a lot of mechanics in this thing that you have to go. You obviously were comfortable in this environment.
Yeah,
Because that's not a comfortable. Because it's not a comfortable environment for someone that's never been in an orgy.
Well, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Like to say he was comfortable in an uncomfortable situation.
He was comfortable in an uncomfortable situation.
I'm just saying.
Right? So that's what he did. And you and your old lady, that's what you do. And maybe you should accept that.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Or break out.
Or break the fuck out.
Right.
That's all I'm saying about that.
Since you didn't break out, he's using marriage as a crutch.
And he can break
'cause
out.
That's what he wanted to do.
What he should do is he should talk to his wife about having orgies at the house. Because
Swingers.
if they're both, I mean,
Into
listen,
that. If they're in that lifestyle, yeah.
He's clearly into it because he stayed for 2 minutes spanking him.
Right.
What he should do is he should work with his wife and figure out a strategy or plan to have orgies at the house. They both can communicate clearly on their kinks.
Yeah, that's what they call
Right.
swingers. You know what I mean?
I
They're
hate to point
swingers.
at Gary.
That's swingers, though.
No, but
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying
right,
no,
that's
but no.
swingers.
But listen, they're swingers anyway. He
So to
just
be
didn't,
open with it, like
he
you
just
say.
didn't know it. I
No,
mean,
no,
he
no,
probably
he didn't wanna
accept
no.
it. No, he
He was
knew it.
probably
He knew it, he just didn't wanna accept it.
He was probably a swinger, but he didn't accept his wife doing it.
No.
I think that's what.
That's right, no.
No. They did it together. This was not this nigga's first dance
No,
at the rodeo.
hold on.
It's not his first dance at the
review.
rodeo.
Let's review.
Gotta review it.
That's right.
He listens to his wife's phone call.
Right,
So
planning-
he's eavesdropping
planning an
because he
orgy.
doesn't trust her.
No, she's planning an orgy without him.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
They've been doing it.
I get this.
You understand what I'm saying?
Got it.
They've been
Got
doing it
Now
because
he
he's
felt
comfortable.
left out, yep.
Right, he felt left
Yes.
out. So
He
he
felt
crashed the shit.
alienated.
Right.
That's
Because
exactly.
obviously, apparently he got the fucking address.
Right.
So he can go.
True.
He crashed the shit and like, what's going on? You know what? I'm gonna let these two niggas spank me.
Right.
And they gonna beat me
That's
like
right.
we used to do it.
Because he crashed
Give
to
yourself some
participate.
claps for that.
Come on now. That's,
Yeah.
Come on
He
now.
crashed to participate. You know what I
I
mean?
love it.
Come on,
But
man.
why would he
Just
hate his
open.
wife? Oh, because
He
she
don't really hate
alienated
her.
him.
That's just saying it.
Right.
Words don't mean nothing. He don't really hate her.
No,
He don't really
just,
hate
her.
No, they're just not on the same page.
He's mad.
It's like what you said. To be open with it, tell her how you feel and everything.
I
just
think that's correct.
Have it at the house.
And here's what I think would happen. They was open with it, and then she closed him out for this one.
Well,
And he wasn't
jealous.
happy.
well, you know,
That's
no,
right.
but hold on.
He was hurt.
But hold on. In orgies, I'll tell you something. There's a problem because a lot of men have a problem with a woman getting that deep dick,
Yeah.
right? When they watch that woman getting a deep dick, she's not responding the way she would normally respond. to him.
Exactly.
That's right.
So now she's like, fuck you. I'm going to go get this deep dick. You know, I'm going to get this Chicago style deep dish dick.
Deep,
and
yeah,
and
that's
you
right.
can't see this no more. We ain't doing this no more.
First of all, he been seeing it.
Nah,
Right.
but he
Second-
don't. No, but I
second to
think I think that she wants to have. Look, orgies are not for random people. They have in groups of people that they have like a communion with. So she's having an orgy. He's not invited anymore because she got that deep dish dick.
And that's
And
what-
now
that's
that
serious.
group, he's out of the group.
Yeah.
Now he wants to know where the group's at. He crashed the group. She getting that deep dish dick, like that Chicago Uno's pizza, right? And he's like, what the fuck? But I'd rather just bend over and get this spanking because, you know, this is where I belong.
This is where I belong.
Right.
Yeah.
On some sucker
Because
shit.
he wanted to go see why is his wife stepping out of him without
Right.
telling him who's this nigga deep
Right.
dicking her.
And I gotta tell you, right? Because there's facts to that, right? Because I remember when we had the porn company and we were shooting porn, and we had we were doing a porn called Creepers, right? And basically,
Oh, you
it
mean
was-
like cheaters?
Yeah, it was that. So at the end of every encounter, we staged, you know, motherfuckers bugging out on their old lady, you know what I'm saying, or their old man, right? That's how we did it. So one day, Sadiq, remember Sadiq?
Yeah.
He hooks us up with this white guy and this white girl, and they want to do this porno, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool, you know, all right, boom, boom, boom. So, but all the guys I got are black guys, right? Everybody I got is black guys, right? And he's a little white guy from Jersey, nice guy, right? So I said to this nigga before we got started, because I knew who the star was, right? I knew the star, right? Because
Porn dick.
me and the star, we worked together on other sets, right? So I already know that he's about to stretch this bitch out, right? I know it's gonna happen. So I tell her, dude, I said, yo, man, you sure you wanna watch this shit? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you cool? He was like, nah, man, it's all right. But you know, so on and so forth, right? So My man Mike.
Because
big
he was
shout-
a cuck.
Big shout to my man Mike. Well, he wasn't. Oh, hold on, it gets worse. So he then watches this scene, and I'm watching this scene. This bitch is screaming Mariah Carey notes, right? She's right, like it's crazy, right? And I see this nigga's face. He's like, this nigga's looking like. Right? So I said, all right, you know what? So the scene's done, you know what I'm saying? And we went downstairs to do the act,
Yeah.
right? Where he's supposed to bust her coming out of the building, right? And they have a confrontation like cheaters, we rock it, right? Man, listen.
He beat that bitch ass.
This nigga started choking the bitch on the street. And she's like, I did it for you. I did it because I love you.
Shit.
I had to stop this motherfucker because
Killing her.
he was about to put her fucking lights out. He's like, I can't believe you did this to me. She's like, and it was confusing because she's like, but I did it for you and I love you. He's like,
It's called blacked. 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 She got blacked.
Shit.
I don't know what happened when they drove home.
She got the West Coast Productions.
Yeah.
Performed.
So-
no, Bang Bus. She got the Bang Bus.
So I understand. So I understand what you're saying, right? She might have seen some shit that happened. The dude might have seen some shit
Shut up, Eddie.
and be like, it ain't even
I
like
heard
that.
you.
Yeah. She's not like that with me. You know what I'm saying?
No, she got blacked.
So no. I know what happened because I
You
saw it.
talking about just then.
I'm talking about the dude in this shit.
Yeah, in this case.
And then
Blackballed.
in that
I like that.
it's over. But I want to close it out like
Did
this.
she ask him to call him a nigger while he was doing it?
No, it was none of that.
Oh, because that's...
No, none of that happened. You know what I'm saying? But she was cool with it.
Like they say,
She
once
was
you
cool
black,
with
you
it.
never go back.
Right. And as a matter of fact, what actually happened was the person that was supposed to do the shoot didn't show up. And I called Mike because I knew Mike was like
Stunt dick.
Yeah, Mike was like stunt dick. You know what I'm saying?
Stunt dick.
I was like, Mike, yo, I need to come downtown, man.
It's like the Tom Cruise stunt
Right.
double of
I was
porn.
Like, I was like, what time can you get down here? And then he came down, and then that was the result. Let me get the next one.
All right, next. My man attends birthday parties and dental appointments for his ex's child, not his. He ignores my toddler, also not his. I confronted his ex. She says they're not intimate, but why are you jealous of my 3-year-old? I want to give him a baby, but he won't let me. Help. Gary.
Couple of problems with it. So, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Go.
Yeah, so she has, let's hear the beginning again.
Her
Yeah.
man
Right.
attends birthday parties and dental appointments for his ex's
Ex's,
Right.
kid.
As an ex-
All right,
kid, right.
and those are his kids.
No,
or not?
they're not.
All right, good. We need that.
Okay,
We
that's
need
right.
that.
Okay,
All right.
yes, yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Gary.
So those are not his kids.
Right,
The other chick is not his kid.
Either.
Right? Either.
right.
He does have one kid, but he doesn't see.
No,
No.
He doesn't have any
She
kids.
wanted him to give her a kid, but
He has
don't
no
have
kids.
it.
He has no kids.
That's right.
Didn't
Yeah.
she? Wait,
no.
wasn't it?
Look. It's 3rd grade math. So listen.
No, it ain't. That's complicated.
No,
Go
it
ahead,
ain't.
go. That's
He's-
trigonometry.
He's seeing his ex's.
Right.
He's going to his ex's
Right, I got that.
child's birthday and dental appointments.
That's
Right.
not his.
Right, that's not
The
his.
kid's not his.
Right, I
Keep
got
going.
that.
All right.
He ignores
His own.
her.
Oh, his. Okay,
Because she want his
Kid.
kid.
The current girlfriend.
That is not his either.
that is not his either.
So he's 2
Right. Okay.
2-0.
Okay, got it. Okay.
2-0. Let's look at the statistics.
Man, sure enough.
2-0.
Okay.
This nigga got a low sperm count. Go ahead.
He ignores the current girlfriend's kid, but he goes to the ex's
Right.
birthday parties, dental appointments, and,
And
all
everything
that.
else. Yeah.
Right.
So he's 2-0.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, she confronted the ex because she's like, what if she's not with him anymore and that's not his kid? Why is he going to these appointments and birthday parties?
Right.
Right.
The ex is like, why are you concerned? Because it's just a 3-year-old kid. If he's connected to this kid and he wants to be around, why is it your problem? Because your kid is not his either.
Okay.
But she wants to give him her own baby.
Yeah.
But he won't let her. Let's go with that.
Damn.
Go, Gary.
Well,
We need clarity, nigga.
yeah. She definitely there's definitely something wrong there, because I mean, if she sees what's going on here, and he's not taking care, like he's doing this stuff with the ex's kid, right? Going to see, and he doesn't want to have a kid with her, the current girlfriend. So, there's something that's up. I mean, I don't think it would be wise for her to have a kid with him, because that's gonna create more problems.
Okay,
more issues.
okay,
So
okay.
I'll just keep it simple like that.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead.
All right, this is easy actually.
I love it.
It's,
Hit it, Shelton LaRock.
it's obvious because
I wish I had a beat for this shit.
it's obvious because if you want to be with the ex, whether it's 3-year-old or 1-year-old or 5-year-old, whatever, and then don't want to be with her kid, then obviously, and you want to have a kid with him, obviously he still got feelings for the ex. He want to be with her. He don't want you. That's just common sense. I mean, that's why I say that's easy. And she didn't have to act. See, if she wasn't insecure, she'd be able to see it. But she's insecure with herself, so she can't see the real problem.
Got
I just
it.
don't want no kids with you. That's why I'm around my ex with her kids, because I want to be with her still.
Right.
That's just it.
Okay.
That's just
And
obvious.
I love that. I love that. So, my mantra is whether men are with women with children that they made or did not make, what they do is they love the children because of the woman. When they don't love the woman anymore, they leave the children and the woman. Okay? You're right. He still wants to be with the ex. But her approach was incorrect. Instead of approaching the ex, she should approach him.
That's right, exactly.
What she did was she made him escape his accountability as a man to have her tell him the truth.
She don't want to deal with the real issue.
Well, the thing is, maybe because if he ignores her toddler and he's not, that means that he's not participating in the rearing of that child.
Right.
So she doesn't care about him caring for the child. She just wants him.
That's right.
So she's not looking out for the best interest of her child.
No.
So she's basically dictified. So she's dictified because she's not allowing the man to give him the freedom to make a choice to go back to the ex. I would, in my opinion, people are here for a reason or a season. If he's with you, he may be homeless and the ex don't want him to live there no more. So he's settling for the new girl. Right? And he's ignoring, while he's there, he's not taking any responsibility for the kid that's there. He'd rather be with the ex, but she don't want him.
Exactly.
So he is homeless.
Using the kid, you know.
He's living with the woman with the kid that he won't take care of at the moment because he has no place to go. So he'd rather just spend time with the woman he really wants to be with while he's in the house of the woman he don't want to be with.
Yeah.
So she's confronting the woman, thinking she's the enemy, but it's because her man is homeless and not helping her take care of her family that she's blaming the woman for this. That's my take on it.
But he may not even be homeless. You know what I mean?
He's homeless.
He may not even
He's
be
homeless.
How you
He's,
know?
living,
It's
he's
not-
living with her.
He is.
But even living with her, like I said, he still got a home and living
No,
with her.
but why would she allow him to be in the home if he's not
You already said it. Not just
caring for
dictafied.
her
Some
own
people,
kid? That means he's there under
Some
his...
people love people more than they love themselves.
No. But hold on.
No, that's
but
what it
hold
is.
on. I'll tell you another thing. Some people, if you're right, if some people love other people than they love themselves, then why would he be in a house where he don't love the kid that's there? Because he's homeless. That's why.
Well, that's could be more than story.
No.
Just that he's there. I mean, I know
He
a lot of
won't.
people.
No. She wants to have a family with him, but he won't do it.
I know a lot of people that's
You know
in the
why?
situation you was talking
Because
about.
he's in a transition relationship. If he were able to get his own place, he would choose the ex in a heartbeat. He's only there because he's choosing to stick with her for the time being.
But the thing
Why
was
would he
specific.
spend that much time with an ex, his kid, that's not his, and not the woman he's with? Because he's homeless and he don't have no place to
But
go.
how we know it's her place? I ain't hear her say all that.
Yeah, well, I get it. No,
You know what I'm saying? So we added
no,
things.
why would he put up with a kid that he don't want to take care of? Why would he put up with an ex's kid than the woman he's with at the time? Because he don't want to be with the woman he's with. Period. And her kid.
Yeah.
So he's homeless. Right.
I don't know about that.
All right, let me deal with this from let me deal with this from just being sort of straight on with it, without no movie, right? If a woman is with a man and the man does not engage with that woman's children, there's no relationship.
Right.
You need to fucking leave.
Right.
You need to leave, right? Because if you're in a relationship with a woman with children, then you've also accepted the children, right? Whether you accept them as your own or you just accepting that, you know what, I'm going to engage
Right.
with them and I'm going to raise them. Truthfully, you're supposed to accept them as your own.
Right.
Right? So the fact that he's not engaging with her kids, she's already fucking stupid to me.
Right.
Right? Because you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to give this nigga a kid? He don't want to fuck with your kids. So now here's what happens. You give it a kid, and then he only engages with his kid,
Right.
which is another dynamic.
Yeah,
Right.
So he don't want to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? If he don't want to fuck with your kids, he don't want to fuck with you.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what the ex is doing.
Right.
Right? That part don't even matter. What matters is the broken part of the relationship, really, to me, is that he don't want to engage with the kids.
Right.
Right? And that's two sides, right? But two sides of that is that, you know, whether it's a woman or it's a man, if a man has kids, the woman is supposed to engage. If a woman has kids, the man's supposed to engage. It's not supposed to be, I got kids that are living with me and you're alienating them. You're not talking to them. You're not doing anything with them. You're not trying to.
I got a story about that.
Wait, hold on, right? And you don't want to be a part of their life.
Right.
Right? So he's bullshitting, right? He don't really want to be there.
Right. Mhm.
The ex don't really want to fuck with him,
Right.
right? So I agree with the fact that I think that maybe this might be a
Homeless situation.
right. This might be a homeless situation where this nigga's like, as soon as I can get back with her, I'm fucking out on this, which is strangely noble,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
Because he knows he's not there for the long run.
Right. And she knows that too, but she's denying that.
Yeah, right. She's a goofy bitch, right? But he's like this. I have enough respect for children to not do that to them. And I can appreciate that,
Yeah. I get it.
right? Because he's not going, hey, I'm dad, we're a family, da-da-da, but really my heart's in this other place, and I'll leave at any moment. He's like this. I know I'm going to leave at any moment, and I don't want to fuck your kids up.
I get it.
So I kind of, I don't think it's, I think that part of it is noble.
Got
right?
it. Okay.
I'm glad he's not engaging with the kids. You don't want to engage the kids, you know they're going to be there. Good. Don't do it.
Okay. I got a
your shit's whack.
whole different take on this.
There you go.
So I have 2 children, right? And when I dated, I would have my kids call, instead of, let's say, Rock, right? I would say, call him Mr. Rock. Don't get familiar with him as dad. You know, this is not your dad. I'm dating him, but this is not your dad. So I dated a guy for 10 years, right? He had 2 kids. I had 2 kids, right? But we were so like into it that he would bring his kids to my house. Now, while his kids was in my house, he and the baby mama was going through like all types of war and whatever. I knew what it was. He still loved her. She still loved him. But I was the intermediary. I knew that. But it wasn't until after we broke up that I got a knock on my door one day out of the blue, right? And it was my ex's son. I hadn't seen him in 8 years. He said to me, you know, he was a little boy when I saw him. When I saw him again, he knocked on my door. He was 6'2", and he was like 17 years old. And I didn't even recognize him. My daughter answered the door. And he goes, "Is your mom here?" And she goes, "Who are you?" He goes, "I'm such and such." And she goes, "Oh my God," right? So he came to my house to tell me that even though he was going through all of this stuff, and I know he was going through all this stuff, that I made a difference in his life. And he wanted to see me one more time. And I took that as like, oh my God, like, wow. You know, because listen, you know, when two people have children, whether they're ready for it or not, when people make an impression on that child,
That's right. That's right.
it stays with them forever.
Absolutely.
Proverbs.
And you know what that
Proverbs
nigga told me? He said, "My dad's downstairs. I had him drive me to your house so that I can come and thank you
Thank you. Yeah.
for, you know, and look, and maybe it's different between men and women, but I honor children, whether or not they're mine or not.
Should, right.
If I'm with the person that I'm in love with at the time, their children are going to be cared for the same way mine are, which makes me crazy about this story. How do you live with someone? How do you live with someone and not care for their children? You know what I'm saying? And these kids didn't live with me. You know, it's not like he moved in with the kids or I moved in their house.
No Brady Bunch shit.
Right. They came to visit me, and I made such an impact on these kids that they came to my house 8 years later and thanked me for the positive impact that I gave on them. So this nigga's a bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass. Because the person you're in love with is the person you love with their kids. You love their kids as well.
But he don't love her.
Which makes him a bitch ass nigga.
But that's why, like, you made an impression on him, because, like I said, Proverbs 22:7, it says, "Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he get older, he'll never
Right.
depart from it."
So
He'll
when
never- only gonna be
when
with
he
them.
came into when I came into his life, he was in the formative years. So in your formative years, that's between 7 and 12.
It's the most important year.
So when he was introduced to me, I was such a positive female influence that he decided, and I told him, "You can come back anytime you want to.
Right.
I will always, I'm not even thinking about this nigga that your father is like, he's, you know what, but I will adopt you as a part of my family because I know that, you know, I know the impact I've had on you.
Yeah.
So I will never turn my back on you because I've been there with you. I've been there with you when you cried in the middle of the night. I comforted you, you know, and this is something that kids need.
Absolutely.
They need that,
So
Yeah,
very
nurturing.
true.
you know.
So very
true.
So I
Motivation,
think that's
nurture.
what he held on to, and that's why he drove his father to come back to my house.
Made his father
homage.
drive you, yeah.
No, that's my story about
And
this.
you know what? And that's dope because once again, you were like, "I'm gonna do what I gotta do in this situation, right? And I care about your dad, and he has kids, and I'm going to make you my kids." This guy, at you know, from the door, doesn't care about the woman, so that's why.
No, not at all.
You know
That's why
what
that
I'm
don't
saying?
work.
Because at the door for the other woman, obviously he cared about her kid.
Right. So he's a bitch ass nigga to his woman's kids that he lives with, but to the woman, his ex,
Who he really wants
he's
to
a
be with.
hero.
He's a hero. He's a hero.
Unbelievable.
Let's do the
Anyway,
next
let's
one.
keep going.
The next one. I love this shit. It makes me laugh.
No, and I think there's no. But the questions open up different avenues for discussion, right?
Yeah.
About a person's mentality.
Yeah.
So I love this. Next, Juice lived in my house rent-free for 3 months. Sex, drinks, and jerk chicken almost every night. He promised to divorce his wife after he got his tax refund. But he spent it all on her bills and gifts. She let him come back home. I'm broke and I can't heal. Gary, what is the advice you have for her?
She's dumb, and he used her.
Right.
Yeah.
What else can he?
That's all I gotta say too. That's right.
Dun-dun-dun.
You want to look the other way when you know the truth. Staring you right in the face.
Exactly.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, staring you right in the face. He
Oh,
lives there
listen.
drunk. We're gonna eat jerk chicken every night and
Well, 3 months.
sex.
3 months. And I got to tell you something. This actually ties into the Tiger situation. But 3 months is actually him being a resident in her home. You know, he could have actually took over her shit and just, he could have evicted her in her own house. He could have evicted her. But he was homeless. Yet again.
yeah, because she said right from the beginning that he was living there rent free, but the other one didn't say
Another
that.
homeless bitch ass.
But I didn't hear the other one say that.
nigga.
I didn't hear the other one say that. That's why I don't
He
remember hearing
comes
that.
for her. Wait a minute. So he said he promised to divorce his wife after he got his tax refund. So he was waiting for the big payday.
Of course.
So who was paying for the sex, drinks, and jerk chicken?
But she getting
She
the dick.
was.
Exactly. So she's getting dick every night, and apparently she was
And
like
jerk chicken.
She didn't care about the jerk chicken though. She just wanted the dick. That's it. That's why she really wanted him there.
She might like the jerk chicken. I don't know.
I think she did. She made that a point.
I don't know. Listen.
So wait a minute. Apparently, she knew he was married when he got with her.
Right.
She asked him to divorce the wife, and then he like strung her along, kept giving her jerk chicken and drinks until he got his tax refund, which was probably in like April, May.
Right.
Right. So he was probably with her, if you think about it, when you get your W-2 at the end of the sheet. 3 months. 3 months. So 3 months could have been from December to March.
That's funny.
So think about it. You file your taxes in March, you get your tax refund in April. Let's just say 6 weeks. So he left her after the 3 months and 6 weeks. Well, 6.
Yeah.
So I don't know where they met each other at, but he probably told her he was married and he was gonna leave her and gave her jerk chicken to keep her happy. So after he, moved in, because she had him there for 3 months.
Right.
So between December and March, he said, as soon as I get my tax return, baby, it's gonna be you and me. Right? But he was living in our house the whole time. So guess what? He was homeless. He's homeless. La da dee, la da da. So, Rock, what do you have to say about this?
I mean, that's kind of a layup, really.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
She can't heal though. What's her advice?
Nah, listen, first of all, if you can't heal, that's your problem, right? You can't rely on somebody that didn't care about you in the first place to help you heal. That's just fucking ridiculous. You got to find a way to heal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because this nigga wasn't down with you, right?
First of all, his name was Juice.
Yeah, Juice wasn't down with you.
Like Orange Juice Jones?
Right. So
I saw you
I'll only say this to that.
walking in the rain.
In order for you to heal, you're either gonna have to heal yourself.
You were holding hands and my
Never
tax
be the same.
return will never be the same.
Because I use my old lady. But he's got the healing process of what the fuck she's talking about. That's got to come from
Maybe
the
she was a
inside.
fat bitch that loved jerk chicken.
I mean, maybe, but the healing part, she's got to fix.
Nobody
that
can
herself.
take your happiness from you.
No,
You gotta make
but
yourself
That's
I mean,
correct.
maybe
Yeah.
the jerk chicken was a substitute for her happiness
Maybe,
because she loved to eat.
but
She didn't care.
To
'Cause
Shelt's-
as long as she had the jerk chicken every night.
to Shelt's point, is no one can take your happiness.